I don't think so.
Um, yeah, one day we was in the activity bus after school, and all we were doing was we were talking Spanish, and we were talking Spanish on a bus, and then the bus driver lady was like, "Oh, talk the native language. This is America. Talk English if you're here, or go back where you came from." And then they started arguing with her, and then she was like, "Oh, I swear, Spix always start trouble and stuff like that." And then she turned the whole bus around, and then she came back to the school, and she called the cops and stuff for her, and made a big deal out of nothing. And then in the end, she didn't even get fired or nothing. They just let it go, and then we all ended up getting suspended off the bus.
If it exists, it's a problem, sure. Is it a bad problem? I mean, that's a relative term, meaning compared to other places. Is it worse, better? Not having lived other places or traveled much to other places, I don't know that it's worse than other places. Obviously, if it exists, and it does, because it exists everywhere, it's a bad problem. It's a problem. But I can't say whether it's worse or better than other places in the world.
I was in English class, and he used to be my friend. He was saying racist comments, and I told him that he shouldn't say it because I was in the room, and he said he can say whatever he wants. So he called me the N-word like 3 times, and then I told the principal, and he took care of it. He was suspended for a whole week.
I think racism is a problem everywhere. I think that until people really, I don't even know if people are ever really going to ever get over racism. I mean, that sounds bad, I guess, but I think it's a problem everywhere. People are always judging, and I think it's more of a problem here than it was 10 or 15 years ago because there's more minorities in this area now. So there's more fear, so there's more acting out against them.
I was on 10th Street, and I came out the store, lit up a cigarette. Oye came up to me, talking about you shouldn't be doing that. And I said, don't tell me what to do. And he said, that's how you niggas are. And so I just got loud with him. And then he came up to me and said, what you gonna do, nigga, and spit on me. And then I just hit him, and then the cops came, and then they said that I was in the wrong, and he didn't do nothing. And that was it. And then I got in trouble for it. I never seen him again.
There's prejudice and racism everywhere. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of the way life is. Is it ever going to go away? Probably not. Probably not unless, something happens where we all, come down and we're all the same color, everyone turns just purple, then that would probably end it.
It was this one time I went to Walmart, and it was me and a couple of my friends, and one of my friends had stole something from Walmart. It wasn't me, I didn't have anything on me at all, but he, he happened to be white, and there was like a whole bunch of people that was walking out of Walmart at the same time because it was like a busy time of the day, I guess. And then when the alarms went off, the only people security grabbed, it was just me and my brother, and we were the only ones with color, but they let everybody else go. So we didn't have nothing on us, but my friends, they had stuff on them that they stole, and they let them get away, but they just stopped us because of our color, and they let everybody else go.
Oh yes, yes. I believe there's racism, and I'm not just talking racism, black or white against black, but it's also black against white. It's haves against have-nots. I mean, to say racism, I think there's more than just whites against blacks. I think it's a broader thing, and discrimination, kind of racism, just focusing on the race. I think discrimination's everywhere.
This white boy came up to me and started saying racial things to me, as in I was a stupid spick and I should go back to the country that I came from. When I reached 8th grade, he kept calling me those slurs, and one day I was walking to my bus and he said, "Oh look, here comes a stupid spick," and I just spit in his face and kept walking.
It did not make a bit of sense. They did not understand, as they sat and watched their teacher wipe the paint from off her hands. And then she took the crayons and went up and down the rows and handed to each student the color that she chose. "Now," she told her students, "I want you to create a picture filled with beauty, devoid of any hate." Mouths dropped open wildly, mumbles filled the room, and students looked to one another as unasked questions seemed to loom. For the students with white paper were given crayons the same shade, and the students with black crayons had been given a raven-colored page. And how could one create splendor with no colors to mix and match? The students were quite certain the teacher had left out most of the facts. "Teacher," a student's voice was heard, "I'm not sure that I can," staring at the white crayon and white paper in her hand. Silence overtook the room. It eerily crept about, causing the teacher's gentle voice to erupt into a shout. "You each share the same problem. You each possess the power to resolve. But only the students with open minds will have the ability to solve." Minutes ticked away. Class was nearing to an end, and not one student knew quite how to begin. And when the big bell rang out and they hurried to their feet, their teacher told them commandingly to return back to their seat. "Before you leave this room, I think you each should know, for this assignment you received a failing grade, for you have no work to show. And tomorrow and the next day, your assignment shall be the same, and those who fail my class will have only themselves to blame."